Welcome back to the channel. Today, I just finished watching WrestleMania Night 2. Yes, yesterday was day 1. Today is Night 2 of WrestleMania. Back when I used to watch it, it was just one day on Sunday and it lasted almost 8 hours. Now, it only lasted like 3 hours of wrestling. Well, let's just say 2 hours of wrestling, an hour of commercials. So, hey, what the hell? Let's review this WrestleMania day, WrestleMania Night 2. And here we go. So they started off with Brock Lesnar versus Oba Femi. Oba Femi came out to his little strut that everybody keeps saying. Whatever. I'm not into that strut. Brock Lesnar and Oba Femi had a great match. And I wouldn't call it like a wrestling match. It was just a great spectacle. And at the end, Oba Femi won. Who was supposed to win? I was going for Oba Femi to win because he's the young, new thing. And he did it. But what happened at the end of the match was really crazy. Brock Lesnar seems like he retired and he's out of the WWE, maybe for good. Or so we think. Here's what I think. Now, there was a segment on Raw where Gunther said, "You owe me a favor," to Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman, like, oh, great. But since Brock Lesnar retired now, that favor will not be accomplished because I think Gunther wants to fight Brock Lesnar to retire him. So, I think he's going to go after Paul Heyman for a while until like SummerSlam, and they're going to convince Brock Lesnar for one more match. That match is going to be against Gunther, where he will retire. I don't know who's going to win that match, but I think Gunther's going to retire Brock Lesnar. I think. Don't quote me on that. But if he's retired, he's retired. He put his shoes out. He put his gloves on the ring. Usually when that happens, they don't come back. So, Brock Lesnar, I started watching Brock Lesnar since 2002 when he first came in with Paul Heyman. So, it was a crazy career. He quit WWE for a while, went to the UFC, tried to play for the Vikings. Didn't work out. Then he came back. It was a great career for Brock Lesnar. So, props to him if he retired. But if he has one more match in him, hey, I'll watch it. Brock Lesnar was freaking a killer. He was badass when he was young. So all those matches with Kurt Angle and what's it called, Undertaker, he broke the streak. So congratulations to Brock Lesnar on retirement, if he is retired. But let's go on with the next match, which was the ladder match for the Intercontinental title between Penta, Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Rusev, and Rey Mysterio. And this match was a banger. And if you remember Jim Ross, it was a slobber knocker. Yes, it was one of the best matches of the night, besides the main event, because that was a great match. People were flying off ladder. They did a Mexican Destroyer and JD McDonough. Penta did the Mexican Destroyer on the ladder. That was crazy. I thought he was dead. Rusev fell through the damn ladder, hit his head almost. It was just a great ladder match, a classic ladder match for me. I had a lot of fun, and that's what WrestleMania is supposed to be, fun. So, Penta ended up winning. He got the Intercontinental title, and we go on to the next match, which was the Women's Championship between Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. And that match, it was good. I wasn't that into it, but it was good. And we had shenanigans, of course. I thought they were going to screw over Rhea. But then Io came out, which I was surprised Io didn't have a match at WrestleMania. But whatever. At least she came out. They did her little moment. And Rhea won with her move. So, yay, Rhea's the next women's champion. I guess she's leaving Raw now to go to SmackDown. We'll probably see her tomorrow to say her goodbyes. But since that's the SmackDown time, unless they do a swap. So, I don't know. I don't think Liv is leaving Raw. So, Rhea's got to go back to SmackDown. So, that's that. Then we had the United States Championship where freaking Trick Williams came out with a big old carpet for no reason. But he had the lemon pepper steppers on. And versus Sami Zayn. And I thought that was a pretty good, entertaining match. And this is why I like day 2 better than day 1. At first, I was just like, day 1's a little better. But nah. Day 2 was way better. And It was a good match. Sami Zayn always puts up a good match. Um, Trick Williams did great, and now he's the United States champion. What happens to Sami Zayn after this? Does he turn heel? We will find out on SmackDown, I guess, next Friday. And I know they were trying to put Trick Williams as a heel, but hey, the fans didn't want that, so it looks like he's a babyface now for some reason. Hopefully, he's just like an in betweener where he's like a good guy, bad guy. He has no, he has no preference. So after that, we had Finn Balor, the Demon, versus Dom, Dirty Dom, and that was just a funny match because Dom was gonna get his ass kicked. I'm surprised no one came out to help Dom. Finn Balor kicked ass, and at the end of the match, I saw an interview where Dom was just like, "I was supposed to face Finn Balor. The contract said Finn Balor, not the Demon." So it was great. It was just fun and a fun match. Then we had one of the best parts of the night because I'm a Danhausen fan now for some reason. I like Danhausen. The Miz came out to interrupt John Cena after he was doing the 55,000 in attendance. He came out with Kit Wilson, and I keep forgetting Kit Wilson's name because toxic. Anyway, he came out with them, interrupted him, and then Danhausen came out, and he came out with a lot of little people, and one of those people punched Kit Wilson in the balls, and then they did the whole John Cena thing, and the Miz gets taken away like the old, like Stephanie did on the cross of the Undertaker. Remember that a long time ago? Well, the Miz got taken away like that. Anyway, fun segment. It was great. Danhausen does good all the time. I like him. Then we go on to the World Heavyweight Championship match, the match of the night, which is CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. And what a hell of a match. That was a classic. That's going to be one of those ones that gets reviewed all the time. Those, one of the best WrestleMania matches of all time. It was. Now, I was going for CM Punk because I'm an older guy. I grew up with CM Punk. Well, not grew up. I was already in my 20s with CM Punk, but I was there with CM Punk. It was like I followed his career. Yeah, he left for like 10 years. So what? But CM Punk. But Roman Reigns won, which I like Roman Reigns too. They're both good. I don't have a problem with that. Now we're going to have a great match down the line. Maybe SummerSlam, because they already kind of threw it out where Roman Reigns is going to fight Oba Femi. But as far as the match goes, it was back and forth. They had a lot of almost finishes where CM Punk almost won. They had me for a second because I always said Roman Reigns is going to win this. I knew it, but they had me for a second. When he went back down on his shoulders and couldn't pick him up and CM Punk just went down, it's over. I was like, it's over. But I thought if he would have pulled that off, I would have believed CM Punk would have won. But Roman Reigns won. We'll see where CM Punk goes from here. He said he was going to be there Monday with Cody Rhodes, but now Cody Rhodes got I don't want to mess up the name, but like Orbiter Eye something, which might put him off for 3 to 6 months. That's my opinion because that's what I read, but who knows? So we'll see where everything goes from here because he might have to relinquish the title. Cody Rhodes. We'll see him Punk go after that title because they're gonna need someone over there on SmackDown. So will that be CM Punk? We'll see. Anyway, that was WrestleMania. That was it. It went pretty quick, and the reason it went pretty quick was because there were tons of commercials on a PLE, but I understand that. As much as I want to hate it, I can't because you're paying $30 for the Disney. Well, at least I am. For the other people, I know why they're pissed, and I get it. But for me, I'm paying this. I got Disney Plus, so it comes with the Hulu, and I have the whole package with Hulu and ESPN. So for me, the PLE is kind of like, let's say, is part of that whole thing. I watch Daredevil. I watch Mandalorian. There's stuff on Hulu I watch. So it doesn't really bother me. And the commercials I know suck because I hate commercials, especially in sports. I'd rather see the field or them talking in the huddle. But we don't live in that world now. So Besides that, besides the commercials that were pissing me off at points, but they were long. That was the only thing that sucked. They were long, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. They could have shortened that up. They didn't need to be that long. And another thing that pisses me off about the commercials was, if I was in that stadium, what sucked is that I heard they played a commercial during Dragon Lee's entrance. That was so disrespectful to Dragon Lee. And I didn't like that they didn't brought out everybody in the ladder match. I wanted to see Rusev entrance. I wanted to see Dragon Lee's entrance. I don't care. That's what I pay PLE for. If I don't want to see their entrances, I just watch Raw. But that's my rant for that. That's my rant. It was just, they got to cut the commercials down. I don't care if it's WWE commercials like here and there where they do like, oh, buy a t-shirt today for 40% off. That's just part of the WWE. Now we're getting freaking commercials where they talk about, oh, you know, the stupid doctor commercials and the stupid commercials that we see on regular TV. And as much as I hate to say it, it sucks. So, whatever. It pisses me off. The reason I'm whispering is because I'm in the neighborhood and it's night and a lot of people are asleep. But for the WrestleMania, night 2 was better. Night 1 was okay. There were like 3 matches that are like from night 1. If you go look at my old video that I did yesterday, old video, I just did it yesterday. If you go look at the video I did yesterday, I talk about WrestleMania 1. WrestleMania 2 was way better. The matches flew by. And that's another thing. Just remember what to say. Here's another thing. Why are the matches longer? Why are there like 4 or 5 minutes all of a sudden? We used to have like 15-minute matches before, and the pay-per-view will run 8 hours. People used to complain back then that we were going so long. 8 hours is way too long to watch wrestling. Now we're complaining that it's too short. But can we just meet somewhere in the middle where at least we get like 10 to 15-minute matches, and the matches that were like the comedy matches, make them shorter, but the girls matches, give them time because some of those matches were good and they didn't get enough time. And I get it. They have, TKO wants to get all this money from commercials. I get it, but I'm going back to this commercial thing because that's what's killing the matches. I'd rather have longer matches, less commercials. If we could get back to that, I'll be happy. But who knows if we're ever going to get back to that, unless Vince comes back. And that's taboo right now to say anyway. Anyway, that's all I got to say about WrestleMania. Night 2, sorry for ranting out on that and sounding stupid, but I was just in here trying to be quiet because I would have been screaming inside the house for this. But I'd rather do it out here because more room. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. I will see you guys tomorrow after Raw. I have a lot of things to watch tomorrow. There's the Anaheim Ducks. There's the Laker game. There's the Angels game. I know the Angels played today. They lost. But I was watching WrestleMania. And it pisses me off. But tomorrow, got a lot more videos to put out. I will watch you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow after Raw. We'll talk about it. We'll see what happens with CM Punk. We'll see what happens with Cody Rhodes. Roman Reigns supposedly is not going to take no more time off. He's going to be full-time. We'll see if that's true. And then we'll see what happens with Division now that Braun Breaker's back. And Paul Heyman now that he lost Brock Lesnar. We'll get to all that tomorrow. Tomorrow's storyline time. And get to the new people that are coming in from NXT. Hopefully we see Sol Ruka. Hopefully we see Joe Hendry. I know they still got matches in NXT, but they could go back and forth for a while until they're full-time back on Raw. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, and have a good night.